like a sun, we're an empowered one, full of the love of one. We're on a path that's come, and when the dark is done, we will be bathed in sun, so we will shine. Take our guidance, let us walk side by side, and don't be brought down by pride. Leave it, friend, tossed aside. Don't let your love light hide. Join in this joyful ride. Now is a time. When you grow, there'll be so much to know. Living the life that's so full of the light. Take your time, get in that holy mind to brighten your day and night in the love light. Now's the time, give it your chosen prime effort and walk the line. Together we'll rise and shine. We're in that sacred time, and yes, it is time to bind together our love. When you go, there'll be so much to know. Living a life that's so full of light. Take your time, get in that holy mind to brighten your day and night in the love light. Now's the time, give it your chosen prime effort and walk the line. Together we'll rise and shine. We're in that sacred time, and yes, it is time to bind together our love. Thank you. Thank you very much. There's a train coming on down the track. There's a train coming on down the track. There's a train coming to take me back. There's a plane coming coming down the runway. There's a plane coming down the runway. Yeah. There's a plane and it's coming. It's gonna take me back someday. Well, I've been living on this here earth for God knows how many years, yeah. I'll probably be here for a good while longer, but one of these days I know it's gonna be a boat coming, gonna take me home. There's a boat coming, taking me back home. Yeah. There's a boat and it's coming, gonna float on home. Yeah. Well, I've been living on this here earth for God knows how many years. I'll probably be here for a good while longer, but one of these days I know it's gonna be a train coming on down the track. There's a plane coming to take me back. In my boat, gonna float on my way back home. I'm gonna float my way back home. Woo, 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 woo. Yeah, but I let it ring first. What time is it? What's that? You want to do one too? Yes, I was thinking of bringing it back home. But what were you thinking? You want to do it now? I'd like to invite my friend Bree up here. She's not living here anymore. She's in Oregon. But we've sung here on this stage when it was a different place by name. But anyway.
What was that?
That side or the other side?
Would you like me on that side?
Okay. You should have plenty of time.
Behind?
No, go in front.
I'll go behind. All right. If you
If you ever change your mind,
sweet loving.
Bring it on home to me.
Yeah,
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 yeah. Take it away. I'll give you jewelry and money too, but that ain't all I'll do for you, baby. If you bring it to me,
bring your sweet loving.
bring it on home to me.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
You know I'll always be your slave till I'm buried, buried in my grave. Oh, bring it to me,
Bring your sweet loving.
bring it on home to me.
Yeah,
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 yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Should we do 4 minutes worth? 4 minutes worth? Same theme. People do. Second verse? Oh, no, you know, yeah.
Something happened here. What it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there telling me I got to beware. Think it's time we stop. Children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going on. There's battle lines being drawn. Nobody's right if everybody's wrong. Young people speaking their minds, getting so much resistance from behind. Stop, hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down.
What a few days for the heat.
1,000 people in the street, singing songs and carrying signs. Mostly say hooray for our side. Think it's time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Take it away, Dub. Paranoia strikes deep. step out of line, the man come and
Take you away.
we better stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down.
Stop.
Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going
Down. Stop.
Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going
down. Brianna,
Thank
Bree.
you. Appreciate you guys. I'm gonna hang.
You want to shut her mic off? What do you got? Oh, 10 minutes, really? Wow. Do you want another one? Really good. All right. This is the first song that came to me here on Maui back in 2002. And kind of sounds like a romantic song, but it's a spiritual song, and our love for God. We found our lost love last night, and it sure feels so right. And in the morning's new light, you are looking so dear in the hold of your arms. Life could do us no harm, and we are feeling so warm. Oh, we love you, God dear. In this love light we find a love that's divine. And we are feeling so fine just to have you so near in the hold of your arms. Life could do us no harm, and we are feeling so warm. We love you, God dear. In this music we find a love that's divine, and we are feeling so fine just to have you so near in the hold of your arms. Life could do us no harm, and we are feeling so warm. found our lost love last night, and it sure feels so right. And in the morning's new light, oh, we love you, God dear. Oh, we love you, God dear. Thank you. And the comedy is going to start in 5 minutes. So you all geared up? Yeah. Okay, good. I sing the blues, baby, but it don't mean that much to me. I sing the blues, but they don't mean that much to me. You know the blues can make you happy, and happy's where you're supposed to be. I sing the blues, my notes denote a life of sin. I sing the blues, my notes denote a life of sin. It's so much fun to sing of sadness if you can wear a silly grin. I sing the blues, but I'll be happy every day. I sing the blues, but I'll be happy every day, or at least part of the day. You know I might as well be happy, because you love me anyway. So why do I sing the blues when they don't mean that much to me? I sing the blues, but they don't mean that much to me. You know the blues can't make you happy, and happy's waiting for. You know the blues can't make you happy, and happy's where you're supposed to. You know the blues can't make you happy, and happy's where you're supposed to. And happy's where you're supposed to. Happy's where, happy's where, happy's where. Happy's where you're supposed to be. Thank you. That's a tune by Buzzy Linhart, a friend of mine. And my name is Dove, D-O-V-E. So you don't think it was Doug. And here he is, your host and mine, Chino LaForge.
Ladies and gentlemen, keep it going for Dove, your opening entertainment tonight. He was doing comedy with us for a while. He used to close out the show, but I think I like him better in this position doing the opening for us with the music. What do you guys think? You like the opening grooves? One more time for Dove. He's got his guitar case out. If you drop a 5 in there, he'll moonwalk. I've seen it. It's incredible. Welcome to the Comedy Simulator, guys. You guys ready to start the show? You guys ready for some comedy? Is that what we're feeling? A couple people apprehensive. Here, let me fix the speaker real quick. The Comedy Simulator happens every Monday here at Paia Bay Coffee and Bar. Who is here for the Comedy Simulator specifically? Who is not here for the Comedy Simulator specifically? Okay, that's a good sign, because that can get a little rough if you're getting surprise comedy. Wonderful, I'm glad you guys are ready for it. This is Maui's most interactive comedy show. We have a theme every week. Sometimes it's heckling, where we let the audience heckle. Not tonight. Sometimes it's crowd work. Tonight's theme is storytelling jokes. So you're gonna hear all the comics tonight tell jokes that are in long-form story format. We have a lot of comics on the list tonight, so we are shortening the list to 4-minute sets tonight. So we're keeping it a little bit tighter. Comics, give us your best 4. Hey, and you know what? If you don't hit the 4-minute spot, don't be afraid to dig out early. That makes you so cool. We would love to see that. Let's see, what else? Audience member of the night, you get a free bottle of High Spice hot sauce. That's right. Every week we deem an audience member the audience member of the night. To qualify, you have to be here when it starts, and you have to be here when it ends. And that's the only qualifier. If you're a good audience member beyond that, that's what earns you this sauce. This week's sauce, the gochujang furikake. Korean flavors, the gochujang pepper mixed with Japanese furikake, a little bit of soju in there, which is like a sake, a Korean sake. Scorpion pepper, just a little bit, just enough to hurt you. Audience member of the night is going to get this. Comedian of the night, you will be exalted and rewarded in the cheers of your peers. That's how that works. We don't have a cash prize for you yet. We will get those back one day. This show is also being live streamed currently. Notice how there's a comment section being broadcast. We are currently streaming live on our YouTube at Comedy Simulator. If you want to join into the randomness that is our comment section, go ahead and subscribe to us on YouTube, and you can talk directly to the people on stage. That's how that works. We do get a lot of viewers, and some of them are pretty mean. So we're just going to keep that up for your convenience. If the comedians want to address it, they can. They don't have to. The sauce is amazing. Hey, thanks, Dan Coma. Appreciate you. One of our longtime viewers right there. Appreciate you, big dog. Tonight's theme is storytelling. I went over that. Is there anything else to say? Are we ready to go? Are you guys ready to begin the simulation? Well, let's do it. You guys ready? Begin simulation. I will tell you the story about how I got expelled from high school. That's right, I was one of those kids. Do you guys want the short story or the long story? Short, medium, long? All right, I'll start with the short and then we'll go back. Short story is, I pulled out my member in front of the girls' locker room. All right, I know what I already heard somebody say, it sounds like 2 short stories to me. I don't want to hear it, all right? All right, I don't want to hear it. I'll tell you the long story justifies the short story. I was pantsed in PE, boxers and all, in front of a young lady while I was in sport mode, guys. You know what I'm talking about? Some of you don't understand. The male package is not always summer below the border. You understand? It has many different looks, right? There's sport mode, where everything's more streamlined and compact. You know, it's to avoid damage. It's not the best look, right? Guys, we always want the girl to see it when it's in trophy mode. Trophy mode, yes. Where it's not like fully engaged, but it's definitely ready to be displayed, right? So we normally like hit it against her thigh a couple times and pretend like we didn't mean for you to walk in the bathroom, like, oh, sorry. By the way, and there's also the third mode, which is aquatic, swim mode, where men touch water and become women. Somehow, I don't know what happens, but I'll tuck into a scared sleeve like a scared turtle, like, keep my secret, don't you tell her. Like, By the way, ladies, if you've ever seen it in swim mode, two things. First of all, that was an accident. Look away. We did not mean for that to happen. Second of all, if he's letting you look at it for more than a second, that means he loves you. That is a real instance right there. It's a very intimidating thing. So this girl saw me in sport mode when I was 15 and told the entire school that I had a small situation. And like sophomore year, that's devastating, right? That ruins your reputation. I didn't have a date to Sadie Hawkins because of this, you know what I mean? So I was like, I know what I have to do. I have to show her trophy mode. Because, hey, when I was that age, we didn't have cell phones, okay? I couldn't take a picture of it. If I wanted to take a picture of it, it'd have to be a Polaroid. And we all know that a Polaroid of that young of one is not a dick pic. That's a felony, right? That's evidence. If you got a Polaroid of that, that should be in a locker somewhere. That's not okay. So I got all my courage up. I stood in front of the girls' locker room. I got myself ready. And then when she came out the door, I panicked. I didn't know what to say. Because like, you got to say something. I can't just pull it out in silence. It's not Prince. It doesn't have that kind of, that staying power. Just like, dearly beloved. Like, I can't do that, right? It's not. So she starts coming out, and I just say the first thing that comes to my mind was like, does this look little to you? You know, nothing weird. And I did, and she saw it, and her friend saw it, and my PE teacher saw it. She was a woman coming out of the girls' locker room as well, and she was very mad, as you can imagine. She was very mad. She didn't even look at my face. She just looked at it and just went, "The Forge, principal's office." Which I don't know how she identified me from that. She must have seen the Polaroid. Anyways, I'm in the principal's office. Nobody will talk to me until my mom shows up. And they're like, "Tell your mother what you did." And I was like, well, I mean, this guy pants me, like, "Tell your mother what you did." Well, I got bullied for, "Tell your mother what you did." I pulled out my penis in front of the girls' locker room. And my mom goes, "Okay, can I hear the rest of the story, please?" And I tell her the entire thing. And at the end, she goes, "Well, that sounds like a perfectly good reason to pull out your penis, right?" I'm like, "Come on." I still got expelled. There is no happy ending to that story. That is the end of the story. But at least you know that only your mom gives a shit about you. All right, you guys ready to start the show? Let's do it. Coming up first to the mic, hosts the Tuesday night shows over in Kihei. If you don't get enough open mic comedy tonight, you can see him Tuesday nights over in Kihei. Give it up for Mr. Morgan Tomasian.
Thank you, Chino. Thank you, Paia. Give it up for the coolest comedy club on a Monday night on the North Shore of Maui you could have found. I mean, come on, Paia Bay Coffee and Bar. Let's go. Oh, awesome place. Jesus. I don't know if you noticed. I was reading my Bible on the way over here. Anybody else? No? Right on. There we go. No, Jesus was actually supposed to be named Stephen, but Mary stubbed her toe, and Jesus Christ. Anyway, that's a warm-up. Let's see. Swing and a miss. Let's see here. What else I got? I always look at my phone because I like to look cool, like I have friends texting me all the time. My neighbor is a barber, and last week he got busted for selling drugs. And I never knew he was a barber. So anyway, I don't know. It might work. My sister, she asked me to. I'm an uncle, by the way. Give it up for uncles. Yeah, you know. Hey, I know it was Father's Day yesterday, but fuck those guys. Yeah, Uncle Day. Where's Uncle Day, damn it? Because my sister asked me to please change the baby, so I swapped it out with a better looking one. Yeah, that would. And I don't know. I think I'm running over here. Just a little tip here for the non-fathers or the fathers. Maybe you don't know this, but Playtex, they make a baby bottle with a nipple on it that's very lifelike. And until you've had a gin and tonic through one of these fucking things, you just haven't lived. So go ahead and try that on for size sometime. Just and finish up with this. It's a funny thing, but I used to live in the mountains in the snow, and where it was a lot colder and everything. And I had a girlfriend at the time, and tragically she was killed in a snowplow incident. And it was really awkward for me because I had never driven a snowplow before. And anyway, there's some more to that story, but I think I've run out my time. Thanks, guys. Stick around. It's Monday night. No!
Keep going for Morgan Tom Asian, ladies and gentlemen. It's funny. During your set, the online audience didn't compliment you, unfortunately. But they did compliment the camera guy. Give it up for Skyler from Shroomcat Productions. He's earning his money tonight. I'm also hopping on the camera. I don't know if people here in the audience see, the second I get around, I hop on the camera. That's how this works. Nobody is better than anybody. We're all working. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming up to the stage next, a comedian that you've caught doing comedy at burlesque shows all across the island, Hawaii, and now the nation, right? Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Abra.
Hello, everyone. I'm Abra. Give it up for Chino. Yes. And his amazing camera skills. Chino, I see what you're doing. You're just stroking that, long black. Did you guys see this? Skills, he says. He should be paid more. Hi, everyone. I'm Abra. I'm sorry. I came late from dinner. Do I have any sperm in my teeth? I got a chuckle. You know what's worse than ants in your pants? Uncles. No, he didn't hear me. It's okay. I'm going to talk a little bit about adopting my dog from the Maui Humane Society. I know this sounds really thrilling, but it's an important cause, people. Adopt all the animals from the Humane Society. Anyway, I got my dog because there was a creeper in Haiku, and I thought an 85-pound pit bull might deter someone coming in my window, right? Yes, you can smile and nod. I'll talk faster. Okay, so I go to the Humane Society, and I get this dog, and I take him home, and he comes with pills. And I was like, what are these pills for, lady? Is he diabetic or something? And she said, no, they're sedation pills. We sedate all the dogs at the Humane Society. He takes 2 a day. And I was like, lady, I could have a boyfriend if I sedated him. That's cheating, right? So I kept the pills. I took the dog off him right away because I want to make sure he's not going to eat my kitty. An actual kitty, unrelated to dating. Although, you got to explain that to my dog. He's really into bestiality, although I'm not. I'm really not, and he pressures me all the time. That's unrelated. Okay, so going back to adopting my dog from the Humane Society. 10 days. You get 10 days to fall in love with your dog. I say, I'm in love with my dog. I want to keep him. They say, cool. He's scheduled for pupus surgery. He has skin cancer on his pupus. And I'm like, what the hell's a pupus? Does anybody know what a pupus is? It is a dog penis. And I was like, what? So in my past life, my dog's just balls out in the sun all day long, and now you're gonna take the skin cancer off? Cool, let's do it, sign me up. So she takes the skin cancer off my dog. He comes home with a giant cone on his head, and then I get a call. The former owners want their dog back. Yeah, exactly. I was like, the fuck did you just say to me? I just signed the document. I got a dog with a cone on my couch. You want to tell him he's got to go back to the yard where his pupus got cancer? I said, put us on the opposite ends of the football field, Let's really let him choose. And I cried, and I said, is there any way I can keep this dog? And they were like, well, the former owner has to pay you anything that you've bought. And I was like, I've spent $2 million on my dog. It's not sure. I spent $200. The former owner did not want their dog for $200. But then, finishing up the story, I realized that I'm a dog. I'm actually a dog. Bestiality aside, I want to be treated just like a dog. And I think most women can relate to this, okay? We want food and water put in front of us twice a day. Yes. We want our hair and nails done once a month. Yes. And we don't want to be judged when we make eye contact with others while we poop in public. Thank you, everyone. My name's Abra. Good night.
Abra, ladies and gentlemen, wanting the treatment of a dog but not sticking her nose in any crotches. You see how that works? That was pretty funny. What the fuck is going on, guys? What happened? What happened here? Did we forget this is... No, don't clap. That's not what... That's not what I want. No, you guys are doing great. I'm going to do a quick shout out to the online audience real quick, if you don't mind a little commercial. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to the Comedy Simulator happening on YouTube. Please subscribe. We are 120 subscribers away from monetizing. We're about to make money off people being mean to us. How's that sound, huh? You guys can help us out. Follow us on our YouTube at Comedy Simulator. Thank you guys for watching. Big shout out to... who's up there right now? We got Mr. Funkadelic, dude. He's been commenting for months. Allison, welcome back, guys. Appreciate you guys. All right, coming up next to the stage. Who'd I have on? Oh, that's right. Ladies and gentlemen, in perfect time for soccer, if you're in the World Cup, you got a professional soccer player coming up to the stage. Give it up for Mr. Ed the Dread.
What's up, everybody? Let's hear it for Chino, Skylar in the Paia Bay Coffee and Bar, bitches. Whoo, tip your wait staff. How many people watching the World Cup? Anybody? Who you got winning that motherfucker? England, Algeria, France, okay. I like those, Where's Bashar? I saw Bashar earlier. Bashar, are you here? Fucking, that guy didn't even know fucking Iraq was in the World Cup. Y'all remember? Y'all that come to this a bunch? He was like, yo, I know, my dad would have told me. That motherfucker impregnated a white bitch. His dad disowned him. Didn't even tell him that Iraq's in the World Cup. You hear that, Bashar? That's fucked up. They took 4 goals from France and 3 from Norway. That's 7 bombs over Baghdad. He's still not even fucking paying attention. He's just talking to the guy with the fucking coiffed out mullet back there. That's fucking a wild combo. The World Cup is great. It lets you see that black athletes run the fucking planet. Yeah, thank you for clapping. You goddamn right. If you watch the fucking Senegal-France game, you would think on paper you were gonna see a bunch of fucking Napoleon-looking dudes, against a whole bunch of brute Africans. Actually, it was just a whole bunch of brute Africans. There was 3 white people on the field. 2 of them were refs. That shit was fucked up. Japan's got a black dude. Anybody seen that? No? Fuck, are y'all actually watching? Or are you just watching the fucking comments? Japan's got a black dude. He's the goalie. That motherfucker's back there making a whole bunch of saves. He's rocking the tapered fade mushroom cloud blowout. What, too early? The fuck, that's just a long time ago, my boy. Plus he black Japanese, we don't know if that counts. I think that dude was born in America. You see how fucking racist Americans are. The one black dude that scored for our team, he was like English. His parents were on vacation and born in America. Motherfuckers are like, what's up with his birthright citizenship? Fuck that guy. It's like, he has the most goals we've ever fucking scored, and the only reason we're making it out of this group, and all these fucking white fuckers are still pissed at him. It's a bunch of bullshit. So we're supposed to tell stories or something, huh? I don't know. Do I have any fucking stories? You want to hear a story about soccer? You want to hear a story about me? Or you want to hear a story about, I don't know, my homie losing his virginity? Okay. I literally had no clue what to tell, so I was just thinking of 3 things at the top of my head. So this is actually a really good one. This is a previous friend of mine who actually hates soccer, so fuck him. He always said that soccer's real easy. All y'all do is kick a ball. He played football his whole life, and then one day he joined a kickball league and whiffed it at the plate. The motherfucking county photographer's got a picture of it, and then I got that shit tattooed on my ankle. He had a knee brace on and everything too, embarrassing as fuck. So whatever, when we were kids, it was a contest, you know, pretty much ego between dudes. So I ended up having a girlfriend that was 18 when I was 15, so I had sex before he did. He was really pissed about it. So he was always looking for a chick to fuck. So this one day, we're parked outside of a 7-Eleven, and I see a woman who looks like what a hooker looked like in music videos, because I grew up in the suburbs and hadn't ever seen an actual hooker. So I'm like, yo, man, I bet you if you asked that chick, she'd be ready to fuck. He's like, oh, I don't know. So I'm like, hey, you. She actually came over. I was like, this is a fucking telltale sign. I'm like, shorty, what you up to this evening? She's like, well, nothing. What are you all up to? I'm like, nothing unless you're trying to fuck. She was like, I just got done about 20 minutes ago, but I could go again. I was like, take my boy's number. So they exchange numbers. He calls her up a few days later and picks her up from the mall, takes her to an elementary school parking lot. Actually takes her and her sister to an elementary school parking lot. The sister's like 10. So he drops his sister off at the playground, and then the pigs catch him fucking the older sister in the car in the lot. True story. I know, it's like, that's not even not even funny. It's not even like really a punchline, but the pigs took pictures of him, and he was banned from that city for about 10 years. And I asked him if he used a condom or not, and he never even answered. So I would just imagine that he fucked that chick raw on the first fuck, baby. And that's my time, everybody. I'm Ed the Dread. You can find me on all social media platforms and all streaming music platforms.
Ed the Dread, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for him. And just think, that was his friend's first time. It only gets worse from there. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next to the stage. No. Don't worry, it's Dan. Dan, not you. I'll let you know right before you're coming up there. Coming up next to the stage, helped out with the videography for the Comedy Simulator for a while, and he's going to get back into helping us with the production. Otherwise, he loses his privileges. Give it up for Dan Stevie.
All right, let's hear it for minimal privileges. All right, working for free. It's great to be a volunteer. Oh, look at all you people. Let me take this in. All right, sorry for your child being here. This is kind of on you. It's going to get worse. Yep, you should start crying now. Yeah, it's all good. We love you guys. Where are you guys visiting? No, where you guys live? Yeah, it's a big island. What part? Where? Okay. You guys never been here before? All right, well, welcome. That went nowhere. All right. Well, going nowhere, it's story time. So, I hadn't seen my dad. And, those times where you get those special times that you get to spend with your dad, and then you almost die? And you're like, good to see you, Dad. So my dad was a pilot, and he asked me, I was like 7 years old, he's like, do you want to go flying with me? I said, absolutely. Come on, this Top Gun was huge. Like, I was thinking Maverick thoughts. Awesome. So we get in the plane, it's a little Cessna, and him and the co-pilot are in the front. I'm just a little kid in the back, just feeling awesome. I'm feeling like the shit. And we take off, we're flying around, I'm just geeking out over how ant-like everything was. It's like, wow, they really aren't kidding. And then the propeller stops. And the plane drops. And my balls dropped. I became a man at 7. And I was about to die. It's a quick life. My adulthood was going very quick. And then the engine started back up, and we pop back up. And I'm hyperventilating, and just wishing that I was older so I knew some swear words. Too young, way too young. And starting to catch my breath, and then the propeller stops again. Wow. And the plane drops again. And has anybody been in a plane dropping? None of you, so this has no relatability. All right, 2 people. All right. Were you 7 years old? No. All right, how big was the plane? All right, there we go. We're going Cessnas. Cessnas fall really quick, and you can tell a big difference. So then it's just up, down, and then the co-pilot turns around and realizes, oh yeah, we have a kid in the back. And he taps my dad on the shoulder, and he's like, oh, and starts to bring it down. And we land. And I learned that day that there's a thing called practicing stalls. they kind of forgot to tell me that this was going to happen. This was a pre-planned thing. They were looking so professional. But thank God, those were the days where like a Happy Meal and a couple of comic books could solve everything. All right, I'm Dan Stevie, that's my time.
Dan Stevie, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for him. I actually don't share with people on airplanes that I get fear when I fly. I don't like flying very much. I was on a little plane, I was sitting next to this old guy, and I was like, hey, I have a fear of flying. He's like, oh yeah? I flew in Nam. I was like, all right, thank you for your service and for making me feel like the biggest pussy on the planet. I appreciate it. I will just hug my flotation device for the rest of the flight. All right, coming to the stage right now. He wanted to go first, but I wasn't gonna allow it just because he is not first comic style. You'll understand in a second. His name is Danny Salazar, but I'm gonna call him by my affectionate name. Ladies and gentlemen, get up for Dunkster Danny! Danny!
How we doing tonight? My name is Danny, and it is good to be back. So about 5 years ago, I wrote a short story about a schizophrenia murderer who enjoys fucking penguins. I called this story Wet Skanky Feathers. It was a classic. Now in this story, every time this murderer fucks one of these penguins, he can hear their voices. Why are you doing this, sir? Wouldn't you rather fuck a drug addict bitch instead? So the murderer decides to take this advice from the penguin. And he goes out and he fucks himself a bunch of drug addict bitches. But what he didn't know is after he fucked all these penguins, he caught a disease called malaria. And then he passed on this disease, malaria, onto every single drug addict bitch he fucked. And so, at the end, out of revenge, all these drug addict women eventually find him, seduce him, kill him, and then they store his dead body in a deep freezer just so they can fuck his corpse for later on. Now, this particular story you won't find at your local library, but I'm definitely pushing for better marketing. So lately, I've been thinking, I want to do a comedy show at an old folks retirement home. I really feel some of these old timers out there would really love my jokes. Now you got to understand, a lot of these old timers, they came up from some like very racist times, right? So they're gonna love their racist jokes. So when you do a show out there, you got to come out hard with racist jokes so you can get the good feeling of the crowd. Now right away, if I did a show out there, I already know right in the front row there's gonna be a nagging wife bitching at her husband. I don't believe they allowed this piece of shit to do a comedy show. He's very racist and extremely offensive. Nah, shut up, bitch. Give the poor bastard a chance, will ya? He's just bringing home the good old days. How many guys in here would fuck an Amish woman? Like an Amish woman, you know, A-M-I-S-H, Amish. I would fuck an Amish woman. Hell, I would probably marry one too. But in order to marry an Amish woman, you gotta know how to speak to her father. And that's not gonna be easy. Speaking to an Amish woman's father is gonna be like the most difficult father you ever talked to. You just can't go up there and say, oh, I'm gonna love your daughter forever, wada, wada, wada. He's not trying to hear that fucking romantic shit. There's only one person who knows how to talk to an Amish person's father, and that's me. And I'm gonna show you guys how to do this, just in case you guys ever wanna marry an Amish woman one day, then you'll know. Okay? You got yourself a fine-looking daughter there, sir. What's her name again? Her name is Ellie Mae. She comes from the same breed as her mama. I'm gonna need myself a fine-looking woman to do some work around my house. Now, I got some chickens that need to be fed. I got cows that need to be milked. By the time I'm done with your daughter, sir, she's gonna be stronger than a mule and cheaper than a $5 hooker. Now, I don't take no sassing now. Your daughter don't be sass me back, does she? My daughter, Ellie Mae, does not sass back. She was brought up by a respectful family. Weren't you, Ellie Mae? I sure was, Pa. I know my place really well. Your daughter seems like she's a really nice person. I think I want to marry her. You seem like a good guy, too, Danny. You should have my daughter's hand. Why, thank you, sir. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you talk to an Amish woman's father. Thank you, folks. That's all I got.
Hey, no, Dumpster Danny Salazar, ladies and gentlemen. He does not make me nervous to fly because I know he is on a no-fly list. That's comforting. Not. The chat is calling you Penguin, Danny. They think that you're the penguin from your own story. That would make a good Netflix show. So why not? Pen it down. Clock it. All right. We're going to keep this moving right along. Ladies and gentlemen, your next comic, one of my favorite people on the planet, let alone for comedy. He's a good person. He's a good person. So if he's not funny, at least he's good to animals. Ladies and gentlemen, give it to Shane Nelson.
Chuck, shut up. Honestly, after Danny, it's not hard to be good to animals, right? Lowered the bar a little bit with the penguin fucking. Like, this next guy does not have sex with penguins, which I don't. My name is Shane Nelson, and this is my story for you folks. This is a true story that has only ever been told to a small jury of my peers. 5 years ago, I was arrested in Fargo, North Dakota. It was a winter night. The ground was covered in snow. There was a full moon. It was 1 a.m. And if you've ever been in a snow-covered area during a full moon, you know that the moon's light hits the snow and it bounces into the air. So even though it was 1 a.m, you can make the argument that it's okay to drive with your headlights off. And that's what I did. I got pulled over in downtown Fargo. The cop walked up to my window, and for reasons of perjury, I'm going to tell the story exactly how I told it under oath. The cop knocked on my window. I rolled it down. He's like, "Excuse me, sir, how many beers have you had tonight?" And I said, 2 beers. And he's like, "Okay, and why are your eyes so red?" And I was like, "I smoked marijuana 8 hours ago." Did they believe me? Shut up with your weather talk. Fuck you, zebra casket. I hope you die or you're already dead, dude. Lasagna says true. Shane's very high and cool. All right. I am too high for this, maybe. So eventually I had to get out of the car. I had to do a field sobriety test. And for the first test, they did the light, where you're supposed to like not move your head and watch the light with your eyes. And I was just staring straight ahead using my periffs. And he's like, "That's not going to work. We need you to do heel to toe 5 steps, turn around, heel to toe back." And at this point, I'm thinking things aren't going good. I need to make these guys laugh, right? Like, cops, they have such hard jobs. They need a good laugh. These guys need a good chuckle. So for my sobriety test, heel to toe, I did 5 steps. And then when I turned around, I did the classic cowboy lasso. And they immediately put my hands behind my back. They threw me against the car. They're like, "You're under arrest." What's the crime, being a cowboy? I had to fly back to North Dakota for my trial. And on the day of my trial, I was looking for my courtroom. And I see Shane Nelson written on the wall. So I walk into this room. And I'm like, "Excuse me, am I in the right room for the court case?" And they're like, "Shane Nelson's court case?" And I was like, "Yes." And they're like, "Yes, have a seat." So I sit down. It's me, a bunch of other people, adults, sitting down. And they're giving us the instructions for the court case. And they're like, "Before we go any further, does anyone here know Shane Nelson?" And I raise my hand and I go, "Of course I know him. I'm him." And they're like, "What are you doing in here? Get out of here." So I had to say goodbye to my jury. I was like, "Bye, guys. See you later when you decide my fate." One of the questions the judge asked, she's like, "Why are your eyes so red?" And I had a note from my doctor, dude. I have a doctor here on Maui at the mall, at the Lens Crafters in the back room. He's a real doctor, dude. He gave me a note that says that Shane Nelson always looks like this. Take that, judge. My doctor, he doesn't look like a real doctor. He always looks like he just took a fork out of a toaster trying to get a bagel out, you know? His shirt's one button off. He has crinkly, wrinkly, khaki pants. He looks like the kind of guy that would ask you to smell his fingers. Like you're sitting at the chair at the optometrist. He's like, what smells worse? 1? Oh. Or 2? Oh. I'm like, they smell the same. My name's Shane Nelson. Goodbye. I'm fucking up, Chino.
Shane Nelson, ladies and gentlemen, keep it going for him. All right. We're about 1/3 into the list. How are we feeling so far? You guys feeling good so far? Awesome. Sign language for applause. I appreciate that. Wonderful. I appreciate that. You guys are doing great so far. Online, you guys are doing great. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, blah, blah, blah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next to the stage, you would think his hair is fake, but it is real, I promise you. Give it up for Joel Hewins!
All right, everybody keep it going for our amazing host, Chino. Please, please, please. Yeah, man, story night. Yesterday was Father's Day. I figured I'd tell you guys a little story about my dad. My dad naturally was the one who taught me potty training growing up. And I was a pretty proactive kid. I didn't always remember to stop and go to the bathroom. So my dad came up with his own creative way of asking me if I needed to go. Like, hey, buddy, you want to go sword fight? And then we would go find a tree, and we would, like cross streams peeing on the tree together. It was like a really wholesome moment. And what I'm getting at here, folks, is not all childhood memories of your father's penis have to be bad, okay? And if you didn't laugh at that, I strongly encourage you to go see a therapist with your dad. Happy Father's Day. I can remember around the same time in life, I actually took my last shower with my dad. And evidence of the fact that I can remember it is probably an indicator that it happened too far in life, right? But my dad is like 6'6", 280 for context, and I was like a 6-year-old kid. So I was looking up at his dick, right? And he's washing the shampoo out of his hair, his eyes are closed. And I have probably my first impulse thought I've ever had in my entire life, right? While my dad is blindfolded by the soap and water, I looked up at it and I couldn't control it. I just... Now here's the thing. My dad's a good guy, so he reacted exactly like you think he would, right? He went, oh, what the fuck? Get out! Get out! Never again, you weird little shit. Get out! Fast forward like 16 years later, right? He's teaching me to drive stick. And we come to a red light. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's that moment at a red light when you go into neutral, you wiggle the stick, right? So I looked at him. I didn't think he'd remember. But I go, hey, Dad. Same thing. He goes, get the fuck out. You weird little fuck. Get out. He left me at that red light. It was true love right there. It was true love. This is kind of an interesting story. I have a wonderful girlfriend. Thank you. And it was pretty entertaining the other day watching her try to introduce her cat to the new cat door. It was like reminiscent of like a doula trying to help somebody in a water birth. She kept picking up her cat and like pushing him through the door. And she's like, push, buddy, you can do it. You can do it. Do it, get the fuck in there. But yeah, it was, that was the moment I knew. I was like, wow, she's definitely gonna be the mother of my children right there. The demonic voice is what sold it. Speaking of kids, I already got one. All right, fuck you, man. The fuck is your problem? No, I got a daughter. She'll be 6 in September. And she can't pronounce the word comedian. So I got a call from her teacher the other day. She's been going around to all of her friends and teachers at school, and she's been telling all of them that her daddy is a silly man. Isn't that the sweetest thing you've ever heard? See, here's where it backfired on me, though. I also told her that lesbians are men with long hair. So she's also been going around to all of her friends at school and saying that her father is a lesbian. But we're working all that out, you know? Anyway, this has been phenomenal. Thank you so much for being a great crowd. My name's Joel Hewins. That's my time.
Joel Hewins, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it going for him. Regaling us with tales of his father. Happy belated Father's Day to all the fathers out there, by the way. Give it up for the daddies. Boo? Did I hear boos? That was a feminine voice. What's up? No, just joking. No, I have a dead dad. Anybody else part of the Dead Dad Club? Dead Dad Club. Dead Dad Club. Dead Dad Club. Yeah, anybody not chanting? You feel left out? That's how we felt yesterday on Father's Day. Yeah. Call us. Nah. You know, everybody will join the Dead Dad Club eventually. Unless you don't. And your dad joins the Dead Kid Club. Much sadder club. Nobody chants there. I never got to smoke weed with my dad, but I did find his pipe after he passed. And I was like, maybe if I smoke my weed out of my dad's pipe, it'll be like we smoked weed together. I got more stoned than I've ever been in my life. Because I just smoked weed out of my dad's crack pipe. Whoops. He didn't label that shit. All right. We're going to keep this going right along. Ladies and gentlemen, your next comic, I affectionately call him the Musabi of comedy. He's one of my favorites. Give it up for Mr. Chuck Thompson!
Yeah! Chino! Boop-a-doop-a-doop-boop-boop-boop. Aloha, everybody. How are we doing tonight? Are we doing so good? I am also doing so good. Thanks for asking. Give it up for Chino. Give it up for the other comedians. Give it up for the last comedian. You can catch his haircut on Women of Wrestling. I love Joel. He's doing a great job. My name is Chuck Sauce. I have been hit by my mom driving 4 times. That's right. I have gotten run over by my mom 3 times and then hit by her in a 7-Eleven once. My wife is 10 years older than me, and I'm really into big areolas, and we're not going to dive into what's going on there. It's not, you know what? This isn't a public pool. There's no diving. We're not gonna do it. We're here to talk today about Maui politics, guys. Oahu got the light rail and Maui got the speed bump. It's fucking whack, dude. You gotta go like 70 miles an hour just to go over them, you know? I hate the fucking speed bumps, dude. I was going down Welikahau and I thought I hit a speed bump, but I ran over a cat. Welikahau, how fast was I going? Fast enough that it got caught in my wheel well. And I'm Maui's fattest lesbian. I'm also Maui's first reverse stripper, which means I show up at your house naked and don't leave until you give me a bunch of money. My name is Charles Thompson, so what did I do when I ran over a cat? I did the whitest thing ever. I called the police on myself. And 2 hours later, they're so quick, 10 cop cars showed up. And I'm like, guys, if you're here, who's beating your wives? You know? Give it up for the boys in blue and their wives in black and blue. Okay. And, you know, it's crazy, because, like, as a lesbian, I'm used to crushing pussy, but... they don't call me Chucky Pie Hands for nothing. But so, like, I called the police on myself. It happens all the time when you look like me. You're just calling the police on yourselves. And the police show up, and they pull out their baton, and they dig the little calico out of my wheel well. out of my little Subaru, right? And they look at the cat and they're like, Charles, it's feral. You don't need to call the cops if it's feral. And then they just like spanked my butt and went on my way. And I drive a 1999 Subaru Impreza. I know it don't impress me much either. And my windshields are a lot like my kidneys. I have 2 of them, but only one of them works. They're a lot like my favorite boy band, Not In Sync. And the other day, it did the worst thing. It rained in Kihei. It's not supposed to rain in Kihei. It's gross when it rains in Kihei, dude. So I turn my windshield wipers on. They start going, but one moves a little bit faster than the other. And the one in front of me just stops moving altogether. And I've never gotten my car washed, so I literally can't see through the windshield wiper. But I grew up, I'm a product of the 90s. I grew up with Ace Ventura. I'm gonna do what Ace Ventura did, right? I'm gonna stick my head out the window, right? I got this shit. Except I'm 5'1" and a quarter, and I drive a 5-speed. So I don't have this shit. And so I'm sticking my head out the window, my life is stuck in second gear, and I run over a homeless person, right? Oh, I hit his cross, and it sends him into the road. And then the self-driving car behind me just plows over him, you know? And so I call the cops again, and the same cop shows up, and he's like, Charles, why did you call me? This one's feral. I'm kidding.
Chuck Sauce, Chuck Thompson, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I always feel like you could tell by how someone says crushing pussy whether or not they crush pussy. I don't know if Chuck crushes pussy. He definitely squishes pussy, that's for sure. I can see Chuck squishing pussy well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this next comic might crush pussy. Give it up for Mr. Jackson Babine.
So, especially after that intro, I have a girlfriend.
She's a fucking lady.
Yep, she is a fucking lady. Yep. But I just took her to get her tonsils removed on Friday. And I dropped her off. It was like a few hours, and I picked her up. And, you know, you always have those, like, you know, the videos online where they're filming, like, their daughter or someone, and they're just, like, crying and spilling all their secrets, and it's a hilarious video. And I expected that. But the first thing out of her mouth when she got in my car when I picked her up was, "Clean your car." Then we get like 10 minutes down the road, and I was like, "Hey babe," like she's like almost crying at this point. I like rub her knee. I was like, "Hey babe, you need anything?" She goes, "Yeah, you to clean your car." I was like, "Anything right now?" She said, "No." So we're like almost home at this point. Completely unprompted this time. I get a third, "Clean your car." She's doing this with an ice pack on her throat. She's not even supposed to be talking. We show up to our parking lot, and that's when she realizes all 4 of her tires on her cars got stolen the night before. So she is now talking to the cops, making a police report with an ice pack on her neck, sounding like RFK, just, I don't know where they went. And all I have to say is, well, at least my car works. I got stressed out all weekend for, you know, that and everything else, and now I have hemorrhoids. So I really wish she still had her tires, so I had something to sit on. No, I love my girlfriend. I just hate going to Ross with her. Because I'm a big child. Like, I don't want to go through every single aisle. I walk in and I want to go to the toys and I want to go to the shoes and then I'm ready to leave. She wants to do every single one, so every time we get to like the fourth aisle, I go, well, I could also go to customer service and have them call you like I was a lost child right now. We leave immediately. But then, you know, like the next day after that, we went to Costco, and she was on a mission there, you know? Like, she had to get stuff for her restaurant. And I decided to take us to every single one of the sample stations. Like, if they were still cooking it, we were waiting, guys. And as I was waiting for, like, them to steam some, like, mediocre sausages, I realized that this is my Ross. The sample stations are just the aisles. So I feel like we should just put them together. And Ross should take those like weird dried spaghettis that they have and just cook them by the fitting room so idiots like me shut up. Alrighty, guys. I'm Jackson. Bye-bye and have a good night.
Still shopping in the toy section. It's Jackson Babine. Did you mean that? You still go to the toy section? Dude, I'm going to follow you into a Ross one day. Just so I can yell, he's here to meet a 13-year-old, just to see what kind of bullshit you get into. That'd be funny. A little fun, yeah. No, I'm getting this. It's a collectible. It's a collectible. Yeah, right, weirdo. You're gonna be like one of those people up front of Target waiting for Pokemon cards in no time. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. Are those your uncles and nephews? Sorry about that. Those people suck. Taking joy from kids. All right. Coming to the stage next, a comedian who's been around the Maui comedy scene for quite some time. Remember when we were back at Threes? Remember when we were doing Stowers the Diamonds? From the Big Island, give it up for Heather Causey!
All right, I'm Heather Causey. Nice to meet you all. Thank you, Chino LaForge. Good to see everybody. Luke and Chuck and Shane over there. So I'm from the Big Island. I used to live here on Maui. And I moved to Big Island about 4 years ago. So a lot of you don't know me, but I know some of you, and suspiciously enough. There's so many stories to tell. There's so many good things to talk about. Recently, I was just on the mainland. I was in downtown Denver. I was in Colorado for a wedding, and the wedding was like Lord of the Rings themed, right? And I was in downtown Denver, and I'm like, what better than to go to Elijah Wood's Wooden Wisdom rave? And I was like, hell yeah, this is gonna be a lot of fun. Like, I'm by myself, I'm dressed like a little sleut, and like, I'm in downtown Denver, I don't know anyone, I'm by myself, and I'm like, starting to pull up to the venue, and it's like 10:30 at night, and I'm like, starting to have a little bit of a panic attack, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm by myself, I'm in Denver, I don't know anyone. What if I get robbed or raped or drugged or, you know, in that order or not in that order? I'm not gonna lie, I was really nervous. I was by myself and I was alone. And I'm walking up to the venue and these guys dressed like Gandalf and hobbits walk out. I'm like, dude, I'm in the safest place in Colorado right now. There is no way I'm gonna if I got raped at an Elijah Wood rave, like something went terribly wrong and it wasn't my fault. So, but that's not what I'm gonna talk about. That was just like a precursor. I know there is a child here, so I'm gonna try to, I can't, okay, I'm not even, okay, we're going for it. All right. Let's talk about dating. Why not, right? Because this room's full of adults, and everyone in here looks like they have a dating app. I was trying to explain to my... Yeah, hell yeah, I'm single too. Dating is kind of nuts in Hawaii. I don't know what the fuck is going on. What the fuck is going on? What is it with dating in Maui and Big Island? I don't know. All right, I'll let you know. I got a little traumatized recently. It was my first experience dating a bad boy. I know, what? Oh my God. And you would think, like, a bad boy, like he smokes weed, he has tattoos, he rides a motorcycle. No, actually, that's a gentleman in this day and age. Holy shit. No, So I met this guy not very organically. Like, I didn't meet him on a dating app. I met him just like being around on Maui, in church, watching him go through his divorce. He's got 2 kids. He's a haole. I'm not gonna say his name because it's Maui and you might know him and I can't ruin his identity because that's not fair. He's not here, it's not fair to him. Anyway, so, you know when you're dating somebody, you gotta ask the questions like, do you wanna get married? Do you want more kids? Like, what's your star sign? Like, the really important questions. I didn't know I was gonna have to ask the question, do you like giving blowjobs more than receiving them? Yeah, whoa. I was like, okay, wait. What do you mean you like giving blowjobs? This is a man, by the way, okay? Yeah, oh boy, yeah. Yeah, and this is ironically just the tip of the story, okay? And yeah, so I'm like, what do you mean you like giving blowjobs more than receiving them? And he's like, well, you know, I like to get freaky. And I'm like, dude, I'm really vanilla. Like, I like good old-fashioned missionary coitus. Like, pretty simple. Like, I like the old-fashioned way, like how mom and dad used to make babies. Like, I'll get wild. Like, I'll get on top. I'll do it doggy style. I'll do it on the floor, up against a door. I'll do it here. I'll do it there. I'll do it anywhere. I'll do it on the bus. You can use handcuffs. I'll do it at the beach, at the park, on the grass, but I do not take it in my ass. We're still at the tip of the story. 1 second. I'm sorry, Chino. 1 minute. Okay, long story short, this man wanted to convince me that it was okay to have more than one penis in the room and have sex with more, yeah, like I was like 6, 7. That's good. I'm good. 6, 7. Anything bigger than that, like go home, get on fucking your own OnlyFans page. Like I don't need anything bigger than, dude. Like 5, I feel you. 6, fuck yeah. 7, that's cherry on top. That's nice. I don't need more than one dick. Like I need just one simple penis in the room, not 2, not 3. Like, and I don't need one in you and me, you know, at the same time. I'm not okay with that. Anyway, it traumatized me because. Anyway, we stopped talking. I was like, I don't want to see you anymore. I'm sorry, and I had to block him. I was like, I'm so sorry. And then later, I ran into him, and he was like, I was like, I'm sorry that I blocked you. I know that really hurt, and I just had to do it for my own like mental health or whatever. And he was like, yeah, I need to pick somebody who's better at communicating. And I was like, right, it had nothing to do with you giving blowjobs more than receiving them. But anyway, thank you. I'm Heather. Thank you so much.
If you missed her set, it's all in her Tinder bio. Make sure you check. Keep going for Heather. Yeah, I hear dating stuff, especially for people who are bi. Ivan was telling me about how some girls get scared when they find out a guy's bi. It's like, I get it. When you get into a fight, you can't both know how good dick is, right? Because if somebody pisses you off in an argument, you'd be like, oh, I can go get some good dick, right? And like, yeah, so can he. Uh-oh, game changer. Who's got the power? Nobody knows. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next to the stage, I don't think you have to worry about this comic being bisexual, because I think one of his family members might have killed him for it. Give her Bashar!
Yeah, keep it going for Chino. He is not lying. We do take care of business. No. I have been getting lots of weird text messages asking me about my political stance on things, which is kind of weird. And this is true. I got a text asking me, what do you think about Iran's nuclear program? It's a text. And I just text back, big fan, what about you? Right? I think they just blocked me. I didn't hear anything back after that. I am from Iraq. Here's a story about me being a little Iraqi kid. This is also a true story. I must have been like 13 or 14 years old. The war just happened. People here call it, what do we call it here? Americans call it.
Operation Iraqi Freedom.
Yes, sir. This motherfucker was in it. We call it invasion. You guys invaded our land. That's what we call it. But I remember when it first happened, right? And just imagine there's no cops, there's no governing power anywhere, and everybody was stealing shit all over the place, right? And I'm looking at my neighbors. Okay, Luke, you're out of minutes with me right now. We'll talk about it after the thing, my brother. So I'm looking at my neighbor, and they had an AC unit they just stole from like one of the banks close by, right? And I'm looking at my dad, and I'm like, come on, Dad, you know how hot it is? Let's give up on our morals right now. Let's fucking steal that AC too. Okay. Okay, here's another story. Also happened in Iraq. I was walking back from the market. It looks like a farmer's market, but that's what we call a market back home. And I still remember like looking at my friends, and I swear to God, like a few of my friends were running in the opposite directions with their guns, right? And they were asking me to join. And I remember like my inner dialogue, I was like, no, I don't think that's what I'm cut out for, you know? And I think as a man, you need to know what you're cut out for in this life. And I wasn't cut out for that. Okay, last story. This happened actually in a beautiful island of Maui. I've been living here for a while. I was a little bit more wild. I'm a lot more tamed now. It happened, this story started at 1 a.m. With a text message asking me, are you up? And if you were the triangle at that time, of course you were up, which where I was. So the girl asked me to come and check her out, and I must have flew down the highway. According to the officer, I was going 80 miles per hour. Okay? Had to go and see the judge, and they asked me if I wanted to do 32 hours of community service or a weekend in jail, right? And I thought it was so much cooler to go to jail, right? So here I am in prison. I get checked out. I knew I fucked up when dude was like, okay, time to change. And I was like, where's the fitting room? He's like, no, bro, you changing right in front of me right here, you know? And then I take my little mattress, I walk up to my spot, and I see my friend Paul that is inside the cell, and I was so happy to see Paul. But I've never been in the same room with like a bathroom with Paul. Like, we're friends, but we're not that close, right? And we're having this conversation, and all of a sudden, Paul gets up and starts taking a shit, right? Now, keep in mind, Paul is my only friend in prison, okay? And he kept that eye contact strong. I was like, do you break eye contact? Right? Okay, guys, you've been very tolerant. My name is Bashar. Thank you very much.
Keep it going for Bashar, ladies and gentlemen. All right, guys, just want to give a quick shout out. We have, how many views are we, what's our view count on right? Like 13K? We've had 13,000 people watch this show online since it started. How weird. And most of them are very, very mean. Don't forget to subscribe. 120 more subscribers and we can make money off of them being mean to us. And then we'll find out wherever they live and go to their houses individually. That's what the budget is for. No, we actually give, actually this is a good moment to talk about our sponsor. Let's give a big shout out to High Spice Hot Sauce, one of our sponsors of the show, making sure this is going on. How about this? Best comment of the night in the live stream. If you live in America, I'm going to send you a 4-pack of hot sauce. That's how it goes. Ask Zan Coma. He's one of our previous winners. I had to write Zan Coma on a box and ship it. And I'm surprised that TSA didn't keep it. I'm surprised they didn't think it was drugs. So best comments, I'm going to be reading them. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up to the stage, she will be featuring on a show this Thursday here at Paiebe Coffee and Bar that I'll be headlining. So if you want to see me do a full 45 minutes to an hour set, come here Thursday night. The feature act, give it up for Lindsay Roth.
Give it up for your host, Chino. Give it up for yourselves. You guys look beautiful. My name is Lindsay Roth. This is my comedy anniversary. I started comedy on Father's Day 4 years ago because I have a very normal, healthy relationship with my father. Thanks. This is my first time doing comedy stoned. And I feel like everyone's looking at me. Oh my God. Thanks. I feel like everyone's looking at me and describing my body, which is why I'm not going to read the comments. But happy Father's Day. Where the daddies at? Hell yeah. Where the mothers at? Shouldn't you be home with your kids, ladies? Let's get back in the kitchen. Come on. Oh, or bring them. I love that. I'm looking for a DILF, a daddy I'd love to forgive, but I haven't met him yet. I love how relatable that joke is. I don't have any kids, if that's not obvious. Thanks. Thank you. I guess you could say I'm a cat mom, or that I have a fur baby. But the term fur baby makes me want to get a furbortion. I think that's really weird. My cat's not my son. That's crazy. My cat's more of a peer. You know? We're equals in my household. Except for the fact that, of course, like, I'm the one paying rent. He just, like, lies around all day and eats the food. But some of you ladies might say, no, Lindsay, that sounds a lot like a boyfriend. But I just read a study that cats actually see themselves as our parents. So happy Father's Day to Pokey, if you're watching. And if you are watching Pokey and you are my dad, could you please leave the room when I have sex? Relatable? Does anyone else have a cuck cat? Jimbo? Does everyone know what a cuck is? Jimbo, you seem to know what a cuck is. Where's your roommate?
My landlord.
Your landlord, yeah. Can you describe for a class what the cuck is? A cuck. A cuck wants to watch you have sex. Yeah, there's a lot of different formulations. Sometimes, like, a man and a woman will, like, get someone to watch them have sex. Either way, where was I going with this? Yeah, my boyfriend hates this joke. And my ex-boyfriend really hates this joke because he was blind. And I just shared that so you guys know I'm a hero. But he was kind of a freak, and cucking is the only thing he couldn't give me. Yeah. That took a while, huh? Yeah. Sometimes we'd have a seeing eye cuck join us. And listen, I know the transition from Father's Day to sexual fetishes is a very uncomfortable one, but I'm a therapist, so let me break it down for you. Fetishes are how we actually work out our unmet emotional needs from childhood. So we can play a game now where if you guys share with me your fetish, I'll guess your childhood trauma. What'd you say? Biting. Okay. Were you the youngest? The only. Okay, you probably showered with your dad. Anyone else? Or you can share your childhood trauma and I'll suggest a fetish. Foot fetish? Foot fetish. You know what? I couldn't. What'd you say? I know. You know what? I feel like you were shocked by the first time you went into an Asian household. Are you from here? Okay, yeah. You keep your shoes on indoors, don't you? I get that vibe from you. Anyone else? Mommy issues. I think it's because your parents were blind and cucking is the only thing they couldn't do also. Chuck mentioned it. I think getting hit by your car makes you really into areolas for some reason. Scientists haven't cracked that one yet. And that woman's ex-boyfriend who wanted 2 dicks in the bedroom clearly showered with Joel before. Anyone else? What, am I done? Oh. Okay, that's it for me. Thank you guys so much. My name is Lindsay. See you Thursday. Give it up for your host, Gino.
Keep it going for Lindsay Roth, ladies and gentlemen. You'll see her Thursday. So be here this Thursday night, 7:30. We're going to start the show. You know what? I've also got the vote. I'm going to live stream it on the Comedy Simulator channel. Skylar won't be here, so it won't look as fantastic as it does. It's going to be from a phone, very stripped down. So if you can't make it here, check out the live stream. Watch a full hour of comedy for free. Why not? Why not? I mean, what are you doing on a Thursday night, really? What's going on other than World Cup? That's pretty much it, right? All right. Nobody has fucking plans on a Thursday night. That's good. You know it's a day away from Friday. What's wrong with you sickos? All right. It's okay. I know what my fetish is, and I know what my trauma is. Ever since I went to therapy for my mom issues, I haven't wanted to tie up women. It's been wonderful. All right. Your next comic coming to the stage, a man of many faces and many talents. Get up for Uncle Squeedy.
All right, how's it, everybody? Give it up for Chino and the Paia Bay Coffee and Bar, and all of you guys for hanging out Monday night, listening to us say all kinds of stuff. So I was going to take a break this week, actually, but then I heard the subject was storytelling. And as we say here in Hawaii, talk story, or talking story. I was like, oh, that's right up Uncle Squiddy's trail. I better come down and talk story. That's what we do, local people. We talk story. Friends, family. You'd be driving down country roads. You see two cars in the stop right in the middle of the road. Guys hanging arm out the window, talking story with their brother. You just gotta slow down, wait for them to finish talk story, and then you go. I don't know why we need speed bumps. We get talk story. And then and then talking story is good kind of stuff. We get family get-togethers every once in a week or two, and I get one uncle, we call him Uncle, because he's my uncle. Uncle brother. But he tell me the same story every week the same stories, The first story he tell me is like, oh, boy, I went and start playing pickleball and knitting. I stay knitting. You know why? Keep the brain sharp, Every week he tell me that. Same story. Like, oh yeah, your brain is sharp, brother. But we just listen, good story, uncle. The best kind of stories, but is true stories. The truest ones is the funniest ones. I don't know if any of you guys heard this story on the news lately. I heard them on KGMB News, Chelsea Davis. But I watch them on Instagram. But you guys heard the story about the jiu-jitsu fighter? And then the off-duty officer and the baby ducks. Anybody heard that story? Oh, plenty of people heard that story, But maybe some never, so I'm going to tell you the story. So, it started with the off-duty officer's parents, the mother, and then the jiu-jitsu fighter's daughter, And the daughter was over there, and she went pick up the baby duck, And then the off-duty officer's mother told her, oh, hey girl, you better be careful. The baby ducklings is weak, and then the mother might reject them, and then gotta go foster duck housing, But so they thought it was all good, but then later on, the girls, the jiu-jitsu fighter came for talk to the off-duty officer, and then things got heated, and they were in scrap, or at least that's what the parents. The parents of the off-duty officer was telling the story, so it's only their side of the story. But they said, the father said, oh, the jiu-jitsu fighter went punch, left hand to the right cheek, and then right hand to the left cheek, and then like that, and then he said, oh, and then when identify themselves as one officer, and then the jiu-jitsu fighter went keep punching him and said, I don't give a fuck. But, so what you guys think about that story? Anybody get any comments?
Get him.
Huh? Badass bitch, was chicks. Was one jiu-jitsu fighting chick and one chick officer. When everybody hear the story and they hear this chicks, then they start laughing, But how come it's more violent when it's men and then they laughing when it's wahines? Yeah, I seen on Instagram plenty people was backing up the jiu-jitsu fighter. because it was only the one side of the story. So I always get two sides to every story. But that's what I get for Talk About Talking Story today. Thank you all for listening and have a good week. Aloha.
Uncle Squiddy, ladies and gentlemen. Jason Shop said he sounds like Max Holloway with CTE. That's fucking hilarious. That's pretty funny. That's a good one. I'll give you that. Solid comment. Solid comment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next to the stage, a comedian. One more than you, Brady. One more. A comedian that trolls the comment section along with the other people watching. You can see him in the feed. You can see him now on stage, and you can see him host this Thursday. Get it for Jimbo!
Trish threatened me to hold this up. If you know her, she's terrifying. What's up, Paella Coffee and Bar, whatever it is. I don't never remember the actual order of that. And what's up to the dodgeball character here? What's going on? You're newly single? Is it because of that haircut? Terrible. Oh, no. Man, I'm really happy to be here. Like Chino said, come to the show Thursday. It's going to be some good comedy, really good comedians, not like tonight. I promise. No, I don't know. I went to the doctor recently. I went and got a physical. Anyone gotten a physical in the last 10 years? Yeah. I know you have. You are geriatric and you have to go once a year. You might die. So I haven't gone in 10 years to a physical. I felt like it was time. Mainly because I just upped my insurance and they paid me $50 to go. So I'm pretty poor right now. So $50 for them to ridicule me, I'll do it. So I went to the doctor and I got all the blood work done and he's like, hey, your blood work and everything's pretty normal, pretty healthy. And he just looks at me and he goes, but Jim, has anyone ever taught you about nutrition? And I said, no. Lay it on me, doc. And I made this 55-year-old doctor explain to a 36-year-old grown man that there's calories that go into your body, and then you burn calories. And it's a daily fight, and you have to win that fight more times than not, or you'll look like you. I learned more that day than I've learned in a long time, okay? 45 minutes later, I was like, what do you mean 9/11 was an inside job? It was wild. Me and the doctor are best friends. Yeah, she knows. She screamed, the Jews. All right, calm down. Lindsay's ancestors did not do that. Bashar's did. No, just terrible. I don't know. It's almost my birthday. I'm 4th of July, baby. Yeah, real firecracker. When you're growing up, it's hard to have a 4th of July birthday because a lot of kids, they really get depressed and they think that life's rough when they find out that Santa's not real. I know, spoiler alert, sorry. Didn't plan that one. You think it's bad that you find that out, and try finding out that all the fireworks weren't for you. Very depressing. Thanks, Dad. I went to summer camp and they're all like, it's not your birthday, Jim. It's this whole place's birthday. It's like a sweet spot when you're a kid when you find out all the good stuff is like fake. All the fairy tales, all the Easter bunnies fake, your parents' love was never real. It's oh, just me? Fine. It's Paella. There's definitely some parentless people here, and not because they're Dead Dad Club. You find out that's all fake, but I'm gonna tell you one thing is I'm really happy that one fairy tale was wrong, or was not true. That's the Tooth Fairy. If the Tooth Fairy was alive and well today, I would have no teeth. I would have no pinkies, no little toes, and depending on which part of the month, no ear for sure. And that's an ear joke because it's not a bone. She got it. All right, this is terrible. This is great. Now I know how it feels. All right, I'm going to shout out the chat. Shuby, I love you. That's all I got because they're nicer to me than you are, okay? Come to the show on Thursday. My name is Jimbo. I promise I'll be funny.
Keep it over, Jimbo, ladies and gentlemen. Jimbo, if the chat is nicer to you than real people, you should seek help. Holy shit. They are not your friends. They hate you. They hate us all. But it's okay. They're spending their views hating us, and I love that. All right. We are in about the last third of comics. You guys ready to bring this train wreck home? How you guys feeling? You guys ready? Keep it pushing right along. We're going to speed right through and we're going to call it a night. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up to the stage, a man of many faces, but he's going by his own tonight. Give it up for Brady.
So I'm gonna talk a little story about aliens, because apparently they're real. I mean, at least according to the biggest fucking liars on the planet, you know? And I don't know about you, I don't trust any of this shit, whether it's aliens or government, because we got a bunch of human traffickers going around putting things in people's butts and then warning us about shit they could fix, like climate change and nuclear war. And that's the government, actually. The aliens aren't any fucking different. And I think it's kind of fucked up how they probe motherfuckers and then they lecture them afterwards. Like you wake up on a metal table, prolapsed rectum, and some fucking being is like, you know, you are squandering this great planet of you. And it's like, excuse me, motherfucker, but did you just butt fuck me and now you're gonna guilt trip me? Fucking self-righteous prick. That's the same energy as like the guy who pretends to be a feminist to get laid. You know, the guy who like goes home with the drunkest chick at the bar because he's concerned about her. The guy who comes early and is like, no, babe, it's just because you're so special. You know, as if that doesn't happen like every fucking time. And what I love is how the conspiracy theorists of all people are not taking this shit seriously. I mean, to them, this is just the beginning of like a long-planned fake alien invasion. It's called Project Bluebeam. Look it up. And I love the idea that, you know, the deep state's been planning this for like 80 years, and then when it comes time to go, fucking Donald Trump is president. Like, fucking, you know, some CIA guys were like, fuck, are you fucking kidding me? Because you know he's gonna fuck it up. You know, and if I were them, I'd have just fast-tracked it in 2016 and got Obama to do it, because he would fucking nail disclosure. He'd be up there like, ladies and gentlemen and beloved trans people, I come to you tonight not as the President of the United States of America, but as a fellow citizen of this blue ball careening through space. And since the dawn of man, we have looked up at the night sky and we have wondered, are we alone? And tonight, it is a great privilege and honor that I get to answer these questions. You see, for generations, those of us at the highest level of government have formed a friendship and an understanding of these beings of many different species, from the tall whites, who are every bit as racist as their name suggests, to the grays, whom we're pretty sure are just Asians from the future. And even the reptilians, who are, their blood is actually flowing through the veins of our monarchs. And through this bond, we have learned a lot. And yes, they butt fuck some folks. And that was wrong. Meanwhile, Trump will just come in and be all like a hurricane, just, they're real. The aliens are real, and they're real big fans of me. They came to me, they said, Donald, we've seen things the human mind cannot comprehend, but you can understand it, and we will give you all the knowledge of the universe. But first, we're gonna have to put a device in your butt. And they did. And when they did, the first attempt, the probe broke, and they said, wow, Donald, we have never found a butthole so tight that it broke the probe. And I said, that's a family trait. And Ivanka, the beautiful Ivanka, has an even tighter butthole. But the funniest would be George W. Bush if he just relapsed. He'd get up there and be like, America, won't see some cool ass shit? Just unzips a fucking alien corpse. Yeah, have your fucking mind blown. I tried to show this to Cheney, and he was just like, they got oil? And I said, no. And then he cocked a shotgun and said, they need freedom. I said, fuck you, dick. You ain't fucking this up like you fucked up everything else. I was just gonna cruise for 8 months or 8 years, and then you had to go and do 9/11, you fucking asshole. And one more. Bill Clinton would just go, I did not have sexual relations with that alien. And here's Biden.
Give it over Brady, ladies and gentlemen. Or as the comment section called him, the Hunter Biden of comedy. That's pretty good. Man, comment section's on point tonight. Gotta appreciate that. You can't be mad. Game recognizes game. All right, Oran, you next? You ready? You ready? Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next to the stage. You've gone up once with us before, right? A couple of times. Once at Story a while back. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Oran!
Hello. This story now, I want to give this guy here, bro. You took a lot of weight off my shoulders. Awesome comics. Chuck, where you at? Where Chuck go? Chuck, all the guys. When I first came to Maui, one of the first venues that I really could recognize as something that was truly creative. And my understanding of creative is a variety of thought patterns, experiences, and we can all come together and make something beautiful. These guys were doing it. It was a place called Threes that's down in the triangle, and I'm glad to still be a part of it. So tonight is story night. I wanted to tell a story about this concert that I went to. Y'all see this on my head? What did it say? Oh yeah, Thirdelic. When I got the invitation, we were all told that it was gonna be Parliament Funkadelic. But I'm not mad about it because this is how Maui do shit. Maui reminds me of Chicago. If you could take corruption and put a rainbow behind it, right? Like a cool drive, like fucked up traffic but waterfalls. That would be Maui. And I appreciate it. I wanted to talk about that. I wanted to talk about when I say olfactory. You'll look that up after we're done. I'm gonna give you a bunch of shit to look up after we're done, because my whole thing is to reintroduce people to simple shit called books. I know with the modern, with all the gambling shit, when I say book, you think bookie. If you're an artist, you think, I need to get booked, but it's some different shit. So with it being telling story, I want to share this story with you. You do your research. My name is Oran Kenyatta. I am a product of Chicago, for better or worse. My comedy history goes back to Second City, and you already know me, but you don't know that you know me already. There's a joke. If I say Aaron, who know what I'm talking about? Raise your hand if you know what Aaron is. All right, if you raise your hand, you owe this to me. You owe this to me. So when I went through Second City, I went through Second City with Keegan Allen Keys, who you know from Key and Peele, right? I didn't understand why they were giving me a scholarship. I got a scholarship. I was just an open mic poet who could improv really well, right? They gave me a scholarship, and I want to bring this to your attention. There's some weird shit going on. This is a twofold story about Keegan Allen Keys. I know he got Jewish lawyers. He could fucking kill me. But I'm relying on the truth. This is the truth. If you Google my name, you Google Washington Post, Oran Kenyatta, Second City, you will see a story where I am spoke of as the newest comedy find of Second City, and I'm there at the same time with Keegan Allen Keys and Naima Funk. Look it up. Some of you smart motherfuckers are already typing it in, but when you find the truth, don't hide it. Nudge the person next to you and say, he's telling the truth. So this joke happened. I wrote this when I got this scholarship to Second City, right? I got a scholarship to Second City. They gave us an assignment to write a story about something that happened to you in elementary school. So my name is spelled O-R-R-O-N. In fourth grade, because my parents didn't have enough money to send me south, because my parents wanted me to be the next Emmett Till. They wanted to be proud of the family. So they didn't have enough money to send me down south that year, so they sent me to summer school because they got free lunch, right? In summer school, I sat next to a kid named Aaron. A-A-R-O-N. My name was O-R-R-O-N. we had a Polish teacher because Chicago has the second largest Polish population outside of Poland. Google that shit too. So after you get through Googling my name and all the shit I'm saying, Google that, you'll see it's true. The teacher came up and he called me Ororon, pronouncing both R's in my name, and he called him Aaron. I turned that paper in, and that was in 2003. Washington Post will prove it. I don't have no hate. In fact, that's my man's, Keegan Allen Keys. But that's the nature of the game. So remember, you don't have to give up your blackness, and you don't have to steal jokes. Thank you.
Keep it going for Ryan, ladies and gentlemen. Or as the comment section called him, Gandalf the Black. Okay, that was Chevelle Daly. I was gonna say, you're talking about books. One of the Gandalf the Black. That's what they called me. Appreciate that. All right. I have a comic that I had to get up earlier that I missed. I'm so sorry about that, but we're gonna get her up now. And we're keep the flow going. Ladies and gentlemen, if you remember Heather earlier, we got her mom in the house too. Give it up for Pat. Pat.
Can I hold the mic? Can I hold the mic? So, you guys met Heather before. She gave me a lot of material. I raised 4 boys. Well, her dad, I count him as one of the boys. 3 boys and a girl. She was the youngest. And as you know, she does improv. She went to Colorado State. She came home from spring break one day and she goes, "I'm doing improv, Mom." I go, "What do you talk about?" She goes, "You know, family, my brother, stuff, our friends, you mostly." And she goes, "You guys are the best material." She punked me and got me there for graduation for improv night. 15 people went on before her. She goes, "Oh, look, they're doing improv tonight, Mom. Let's go." And I go, "Oh, no, I'm not going in there." She goes, "Mom, I won't introduce you. Nobody will know you. Let's just sneak in the back door." We go in, and she walks in the door. She goes, "I got Mom in the house." And I look at her, and I go, "You better not." She said, "I'm not going on tonight, Mom. I'm not going on. I promise you." And 15 people go up, and she's the headliner. They go, "Oh, it's the one you've been waiting for. She got Mom in the house." And I grabbed her before she went on stage, and I said, "Heather, don't you dare call me the B word. Don't you say it. I have some standards. Don't do it." And she gets up there. She goes, "She's still giving me material. She told me to tell you she has higher standards than the rest of you people, so I can't call her a bitch." She's still giving me material, but I'm going to go way back when she was 6 years old. 10 years between my oldest son, my second son, and then they were 3 years apart after that. She was the baby, 3, 6, and 9. They were pretty cool. By the time we got to about 6, 9, 12, 14, in that range, the 24-year-old came back home from college. We had 4 bedrooms. So we put the 2 middle boys that were 9 and 12 together. They were about 10 and 13. When this incident came up, Heather would have been about 7. And we're sitting having dinner. I make the chicken kale soup that Chick-fil-A would be competitive with. And the kids love it. Homemade rolls, they're fighting over rolls, and we go through the whole pot of soup, and that's their favorite. The middle boy, who's 14 now, 13, 14, he's going, the whole time he's eating, this is so good. And the 10-year-old next to him goes, "That's the sound he makes when the bunk bed starts shaking." And I'm going, soup is flying across the table, coming out of my oldest son's nose. Everybody's choking and spitting. The 14-year-old's beating up the 10-year-old, and Heather's sitting there going, Why is he hitting Stacy? Yeah, I'm Stacy's mom. Why is he hitting Stacy? And we're all going, oh my gosh. Just be quiet. I'm going, be quiet. Everybody, just eat. Be quiet. And the 4 adults at the table, the 24-year-old dad and I are looking at each other. I'm going, just eat. Be quiet. Everybody's staring at each other. Gets real quiet. Everybody's calm. And my husband goes, guess it's time to take the bunk beds down. And it starts again. I'm out. That's Heather. And thank you, Heather, for all the comedy.
That was Pat, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it going for Pat. I don't know exactly what was said, but now I really want soup, and I don't know why. All right. Coming up next to the stage, ladies and gentlemen, another comic from another country. No, he does not have a speech impediment. It's called an accent, you people with no culture. Give it up for Ivan Nathanson.
Thank you so much. My name is Ivan. I'm going to tell you a couple of stories. If you want to keep talking, that's okay. We can wait. Okay, sweet. My name is Ivan. I am from Argentina. People here think I am German. I'm half Russian. I'm half Italian. And someone told me, you sound Japanese. Basically, I'm the bad side of World War II. Thank you so much. I'm gonna tell you a story. After I was tripping on acid, I needed to check if my flight was open. After I was tripping on acid, I realized, okay, I wanna start playing the trumpet, right? I don't know why. I just got a trumpet, right? In the trumpet, there comes a cleaning kit. And it comes with 2 gloves, like golf gloves, but like little like this. And in the manual, you can read how to put on gloves, which is amazing. I thought like this is, everyone who wants to play the trumpet is stupid, right? That was my conclusion. Anyway, there's a link, a YouTube link. I go for it and I'm like, please be someone showing you how to put your gloves, right? I would love that. But it's not. It's this guy wearing the glove, holding a trumpet, doing this. I hate this world. I completely hate this world because you don't see this in animals, you know? You never see a monkey A staring at monkey B watching bananas, you know? It would go something like this. This is monkey B. And the other monkey will be, I hate this world. Fucking hate this world. We have to go. FTW. Three feet. I'm gonna tell you a little story about how when I went to Machu Picchu and I was 18,000 feet up in the mountain, right? And you could see the nothing. Like the nothing right there. And I was walking like this, and this is where the Mayans used to walk. And I'm like, okay,
Yes.
And my father, my father died, so he didn't say this. My mother said, you have to face your fears. Over and over again, you have to face your fears. You have to face your fears. I'm dyslexic, so now I fear my face. All right, my name is Ivan. Thank you so much.
Keep going for Ivan, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we still have a small handful of comics left and only so much time to do it, so we're going to do this last part rapid fire. Are you guys ready for the last 4 or 5? You guys ready? Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next to the stage, one of our favorites. Get over Mr. Cool Hand Luke.
Good evening, Paia Bay Coffee Bar. Yesterday was Father's Day, which means I'm celebrating Father's Day month. That's right. Yeah, just like a birthday, we get a birthday month out here on Maui. That's why nobody ever gets anywhere in life, right? You just celebrate all month long. So I'm celebrating Father's Day month leading up to my birthday month. And then after my birthday month, I get to celebrate my child's month, my youngest child's month. And then after that, there's no reason to stop celebrating because it's already holidays by then. You just got to prepare for New Year's, right? I'm just building up for New Year's. And then of course, I get to make the New Year's resolution, right? And my New Year's resolution is what? Is to not stop partying, right? Of course. So we're gonna party for my oldest son's birthday month. I'm gonna boom, boom, boom. You know, we just all year long, just continuous. Party is perpetual. Yeah, right? We're just having a good time. Having a good time. I am a father. I am celebrating Father's Day still. My wife and I, we're not together right now because she's home watching the kids. Legally separated. No. Man, I'm seeing a replay of the Argentinian game. I can't believe the Argentinian guy got up here and started talking about monkeys during whatever Super Bowl of soccer, whatever the fuck's going on. I don't know. FIFA, FIFO, fuck around, find out. Who fucking cares? Yeah, I don't know. I got 3 kids from the same woman. A lot of people will say that children are like STDs. And I agree with that statement. Which is why it's important to stay with the person you got them from. Nobody else wants that shit. Nobody. Keep that to yourself. I got like a big age gap between my kids. It's what I call a free babysitter. You know, I got like the older teen, 18, 17. He watches the baby, right? And I got the 8-year-old that watches the teenager watching the baby. You gotta have that. You gotta have the little 8-year-old snitch involved with the almost adult, man, having kids is fun. Coming from a guy who's never had a kid. I mean, I watch them and shit, but I didn't actually have them. I mean, I have them now. Like, they're my responsibility now, but yeah, having them is great, I guess. I don't know. My wife's pretty stoked. We've been together for like 15 to 20. Technically, I mean, we're married, right? So technically, she's like my chick. We didn't go about it the traditional way. The meet, fall in love, get married, have kids. We went the more, I guess, recent route. Like, we met, we made a baby, we fell in love, we got married, right? My oldest son, he was our best man at our wedding when he was 3 years old. He's 19 now. He's still a pretty good guy. Still a pretty good guy. Yeah. He's 19 years old. He lives on Maui and he has no roommates. He rents his own place. He got no roommates at 19. Does anybody here not have roommates? If you're not married and you're living with your significant other, that is your roommate. Yeah. So it's only me and my 19-year-old then, right? No. Me, Ron, and my 19-year-old. We don't have roommates. Yeah. Shit. Who do you... Never mind. I don't know what's going on tonight. Anyway, I'm Cool Hand Luke. Have a good night. Happy Father's Day.
Keep it going for Cool Hand Luke, ladies and gentlemen. No roommates, and he owns. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, tell me about your first roommate.
Oh, we'll get into that, Mr. Schaub. Don't worry, we'll close the show with that one. All right, coming up next to the stage, one of our regulars now. We've had her for the past few weeks. We love her. Give it up for Semele.
Keep it going for Chino, soon to be rich and famous. Anyways, so many stories to tell. Should I tell you one before kids, during kids, or after kids? I don't know. Which one do we want to hear? Speaking of, well, there's this one time where I went to the park and I dropped my sister off at the playground, and I went into the car with this guy and I got fucked really hard. Never mind. That wasn't me. I promise it wasn't me. But yeah, I did some freaky shit before the kids, and I took this little tab that had a blue telephone on it one time when I was in college up at Santa Barbara City College. But I was living out in Trigo. Anybody been to Isla Vista, Santa Barbara? Anybody? No? Okay. Anyways, I was having fun at this party, and they had a band this is before when they were allowed to have garage bands. Since then, they haven't had, no more garage bands in Isla Vista. Anyways, I was on Trigo, and I somehow was taking this blue telephone acid trip. So I was all of a sudden on top of a roof, because I guess I climbed up the chimney. And I looked over to the left, and this band was playing, and I looked over to the ocean side, and they were playing this song called LA Woman, and it was then rising up over the LA was this big old full moon. And I'm like, whoa, that's such a trip. Isn't it weird, when you're doing acid, this trippy shit happens naturally? How does that happen? It's so weird. But anyways, and then I continued on my night, was writing my pink huffy in the full moon, and I wrote a short story about that. But then I was all of a sudden, I looked down, and there was this street light, and I looked down on the ground, and there's this weird ass bug, and there was this weird buzzing sound, and I was so tripping out. I was like, what the heck is that bug? It was all shiny and weird shaped, and it was the buzzing sound from the street light, and I guess it was a potato bug. Anybody seen a potato bug before? I swear to God, I thought it was an alien, you guys, because it was buzzing, and I was tripping hard, and I was just like, whoa. Anyways, don't borrow your roommate's leather sandals when you're tripping on acid, because I totally wrecked her leather sandals, and I guess they were really important to her, and I think she hates my guts to this day. But anyways, that was my acid trip in college. And I guess I could tell you a story really quick about the 5 times that CPS was called on me in 1 week, because I have 4 kids, 2 boys and 2 girls. Okay. The first time they called the CPS on me was because I took my kid on the bus, and I dressed him up as a girl because we were riding to this party at the church, and we didn't want to be late. So we put a dress on him really quick and put his hair up in a ponytail, and then we went on the bus. And then the bus jerked or something, and he went flying and fell on the ground. But he didn't cry or anything, because boys are tough, they don't cry. So when we got off the bus driver was like, we had to fill out the paperwork and everything because it was an accident. And so we got off the bus, and we were all giggling because it was so funny. And she's like, I hope she's gonna be okay. And we laughed, and we're like, yeah, I guess if it was a girl, she would have been crying and everything, but it's really a boy, so he had fun. That was fun. He went flying in the bus. Yay. So we all thought that was really funny, because he was the youngest of the 4 kids, and I don't know, we all banded together on that shit. And then the second reason they called the CPS on me was because my son at school got a bloody nose. He was waiting in the office for too long for us to pick him up for having a bloody nose. So I guess they called CPS on us. And then the third reason is my baby didn't have diapers. So I had to go get diapers at this place. And like I showed up without him in a pamper at all. He had no pants, no Pampers. He had pants, but no diaper underneath. And meanwhile, my other son wouldn't leave the house to come with us to go get the Pampers. So I called to check on him. And he was at the house, he's 8 years old, making mac and cheese on the freaking gas stove. Like, when does he ever make mac and cheese? He still doesn't make mac and cheese. He's 31 years old. Anyways, so I got in trouble for that. And then my stepmother thought that the guy that was staying with us, who was my hobo friend, I had him come over to do laundry, she thought he was a pedophile, but he was too short to be the pedophile, so that wasn't a thing. So I don't know. It's tough being a mother out there, trying to make the money for the rent. Sorry.
Assembly, ladies and gentlemen. How come nobody called CPS on my family? Fuck. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Trisha Tradish is going to walk around with a tip bucket. Nobody charged you to be here tonight, so if you had a good time or you just want to help us out, throw a little bit of money in there. The Venmo's on the front too, so no excuses, no bullshit. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, come up next to the stage. I got to set up the mic stand for him. Give it up for Mr. E.
Thank you. Keep it going for Chino. And love Monday night. Love the Comedy Simulator. Keep going for all of you still being here. In honor of Story Night, I'm going to share a story that could be told by many, but so many, I decided to put it in the version of a song called The 12 Days of Burning Man. It goes, on the first day of Burning Man, you know what came to me. A whole camp with dysentery. On the second day of Rainbow, you know what came to me. Two pretty, trippy, hippie girls wanting to smoke all my doobies. On the third day of Rainbow, you know what came to me. Three greenhorns who have never blasted off from DMT. On the fourth day of Rainbow, you know what came to me. Four glitter ponies, Spain, Jean, Plan B's. On the fifth day of Rainbow, you know what came to me. Five fish fans, slinging Boncast LSD. On the sixth day of Rainbow, you know what came to me. 6 burner camps serving dumpster dive veggies, brown rice, and fried beans. On the 7th day of Rainbow, you know what came to me. 7 guys named Hatter, yammering, jibber, jabber, leaving moop and clatter, and clearly far too high on MDA and ketamine. On the 9th day of Rainbow, you know what came to me. 9 prefab DJs all playing the very same thing. On the 10th day of Burning Man, you know what came to me. 10 dark tards nearly hit by dark cars, crying that center camp is far too far. On the 11th day of Rainbow, you know what came to me. 11 Insta influencers, each with 1 follower on their main feed. And on the 12th day of Burning Man, you know what came to me. 12 dready fatties who were thankfully not recognizing me. Thank you. Giving it back, Chino. Have a good night, everyone.
Mr. E, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I haven't seen that many people get pissed off by someone's voice since the golden one was here. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, come up to the stage. He's one comedian of the night once last year. Give it for Mr. Diamond Vibes. Diamond!
All right. How you guys doing tonight? Make some noise. Give it up for Chino. Yes. I have a story for you guys. I go to Burning Man every once in a while. The last time I went to Burning Man, I was up for like, I think 4 days. And I ended up at the Sierra Nevada, the High Sierra Hotel. It's a big, nice place with a movie theater and a bowling alley and all kinds of shops. And it's a really cool place, you know? And I got up in the morning and there was a taxi outside. And I'm like, hey man, take me somewhere where I can see some titties and eat some food. So this guy takes me to a titty bar. And so I get in the titty bar and I'm eating all this food, man. I'm eating yogurt and steak and chicken and all the things, you know? And I get back to my hotel. I walk through the door and I shit my pants. So I had to go up to my friend's room. I knock on his door and I'm like, hey Tom, let me in. And he's like, bro, what's up with you? I'm like, bro, I shit my pants. So I need to take a shower, first of all. Second of all, I need you to go over to the Walmart. I need shoes. I need